Yo, what's the word? It's your boy 16. If you like the content on this channel, I want to ask you to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell for post notifications. Also, I got a website at www.16shotonvisuals.com. But that's enough of me talking. Let's get to what y'all came to see. What's the word? Let people know we got our 16 shot on visuals.
Lil Moe sick blocker, what's the word?
Shit, man, cool. Y'all gotta excuse me for my voice. I lost my voice, man. You know, it's been a long time since the last interview. What you been up to?
Shit, I've been cooling, man. I've been making music, though. I was working on my album, and then I was shooting a couple of videos, but I've been cool.
You know, since the last time we spoke, you know, you grew a lot. How I feel? What changed for you?
Shit, at first that shit felt, last time when we first did the interview, that shit felt amazing on phone, cause like where I came from, the shit I came from, right? And that shit just happened like that. But now, it's like it's regular, I'm used to that shit. It's something I gotta do now, you feel me?
For sure. So, you know, what were some things that changed for you, you know, as far as your life?
A lot of things changed for me as far as my life. Like that shit changed everything in my life. That shit changed like the situation I was going through. It changed the way how I think of life. It changed everything for sure.
So what's your name growing and stuff like that? Did you start messing with any rappers outside the city?
Yeah, for sure. I got in touch with a lot of rappers outside the city. As my name got to growing and as I went on, as time went on.
I heard you had like a song with Draco the Ruler.
Yeah, he was on Leave 'Em Scratch. He remixed Leave 'Em Scratch, but we ain't never, you know, get to do nothing with it. But yeah, he was on Leave 'Em Scratch.
So what was like the issue with it? Was it like a label thing?
It wasn't no issue with it. It wasn't no issue. It was just like we never got to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Like we was going, it was coming, but we just ain't never get to do it, you know? Unfortunately, he passed away, you know? But it was gonna happen though.
How did y'all relationship come about?
Shit, Draco was looking at me like the first time I knew Draco was like he had his attention on me. I think what Billy told me, he was saying he was looking at me on his laptop. He was like, "Who this little nigga? He hard." Somebody tell him I need to get in touch with him, you know. And then I looked at his page and see who he was, right? And then it went from there.
So was that like a surprise seeing somebody from all the way across the world trying to do a song with you?
For sure, that was a surprise. That was a surprise, cause I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't thinking somebody like him could, as big he was, you know, cause he is big. I ain't thinking he looking at me, but even though I knew people looking at me, but how he came at me, you feel me? A lot of motherfuckers be like, they'll be scared or they just be holding it back or don't want to say what the truth is, you know? He came out, so you know, I fuck with him for that, for sure.
So was it other times like y'all got over each other?
Yeah, for sure. It was a lot of times we got over each other. Like, that probably was after when I got to Cali, I was at this little hotel. He pulled up on me. He was in that bitch for a minute, chilling with me, talking to me. You know, he was talking to me, we was chopping it up. And then when I came out there another time, I got up with him again. But what was so crazy, the last time I came out there, he died while when I was out there. I ain't never get a chance to get up with him, so, you know. I got up with him multiple times other than that rap shit, cause it wasn't like we, you know, I just sent him that song. It wasn't like we made that in the studio, that shit was already done, you know? But I got up with him a lot of times, probably 2-3 times. 2-3 times. It wasn't like no long time I knew him for, you get what I'm saying? I knew him for a short amount of time, cause soon I knew him for a while, we locked in. And then that shit happened, you know?
How would you describe the way he moved? Like, would you say it was like similar to how you move, or like different, or like some rapper type stuff?
I can't say the way he moved. I can't describe the way he moved for a couple of times of me seeing him. You get what I'm saying? But I can say he just like me though. For sure, he just like me. He folks make sure. He want to make sure everybody gonna win. He that type of person. He want to see you make it, you know. I feel that type of energy. I felt that type of energy from him. I knew he wanted, you know, I knew he was all about making me get to that next level. That's all he was telling me, for sure. That's why I fucked it with him on a different type of level, than more than just this music. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. So how was Cali for you? Like, I know he's doing a vlog, and I noticed like it was all type of big name producers pulling up on you, Rolls Royces, all type of shit.
For sure, he mentioning Rolls Royce, he pulled up on me in a Rolls Royce. For sure, he pulled up on me in a Rolls Royce. But he been how you said how Cali was, right?
Yeah, as far as like, what was the vibe to you in the relationships? Like, you know, how you feel about the people?
Cali was thorough. Cali was thorough when I first got out there. Like when I got out there, that shit was different. Cause you know, I never been out of town. And I ain't never been out of town. Cali was the first place I went when I went out of town. That shit was different. That motherfucker big as hell, people rich as hell. Like everybody, you see how I uphill, and you ain't seeing too many lamps running through this bitch. You seeing them bitches all out there. You know, every day, all day. That shit was a different vibe, though, for sure.
So, is there any like producers you had locked in with? He was out there.
I locked in, yeah, for sure. I locked in with Cash Money AP. I got up with him when I was out there. I got up with what's his name? What's his name, man? Who be doing 21 Savage be what's his name?
Metro or some shit?
With the dread, right?
Oh,
See, I don't know his name. I don't know his name. I ain't even gonna lie, I don't even remember the nigga's name before I be so high. I don't even remember his name. But I got a Cash Money AP and him, but I don't remember his name. That's about it, who I got up with while I was out there in Cali. Cause I've been out there in Cali probably like 4 or 5 times. I ain't been out there a lot of times, but I've been out there enough, you know.
yeah. So what was like your situation with the label? You was signed to a record label?
Yeah, with Capital. That shit was like, that shit was thorough. It showed me, it gave me a chance, you know, and it showed me a lot of shit though. It showed me how the industry is, how this shit really is, what it's really about. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie, I learned a lot off that shit. I learned how to move, and I learned how to, like, it ain't never no time you don't start working. I learned a lot off them for sure, cause it's like, I could say this for a lot of people, it's like, even if you got a record label, you got a record deal, any of that shit, fool, you can't stop and lean back on them. Cause you know you gotta keep going, and I learned that shit, cause it's just like, I'm gonna keep it real. I got to that point when I was so hot, I cooled down and chilled down, like I ain't had to, you know, keep going and force myself and do what the shit I've been doing. And then it's times I seen that shit and seen what I was doing. I seen what I was doing and I learned from that shit. But at the end of the day, you should know what to do from the beginning. You know, hey, you shouldn't be fucking up. That's all what I'm just trying to say. That record deal, that record label, that shit a good push for. But you the key to anything. You make this shit happen, and at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying.
So you know when you first signed, you basically understand that you thought like you just let them do everything now.
Yeah, for sure. Like, what you mean? What you say again?
Like when you first signed, like, did you feel like you didn't have to do nothing, like participate in certain events they want you to do, or post your music?
It wasn't that tight. Like, I did everything I had to do. It was that type. I wasn't going. I feel like I could have did more. I wasn't pushing myself to do more. It's like I was settling for what I was just doing, and I knew I could do more. You get what I'm saying? That's all. It wasn't never no time I went. It's like, I'm gonna keep it real. It was like one time I ain't show up for a studio session in Cali, and they was mad as hell. One time, but I always come to all that shit.
That's because they probably spent a lot of money on that session.
Yeah, for sure.
Studios.
For sure.
So you might not speak in like what you signed for?
Yeah, that shit ain't nothing. I signed for $3,200,000 event. That shit wasn't, that was like a life, that shit, I ain't gonna lie, that shit was a life changing for sure. Cause where I came from, I ain't had that type of shit. I ain't had no type of money like that. Then I damn near couldn't even get up to $500. You get what I'm saying? So I put in work for that shit. I signed for that $3 million contract, and it was $3 million and a $200,000 advance, for sure, Jim.
So how that type of stuff work? You know, when people get advances, do you gotta like drop albums to earn your money, or?
Hell yeah, you gotta do a lot of shit to earn your money. You gotta drop mixtapes, you gotta drop albums, you gotta pay them their money back that they gave you. So, you know, you gotta do it's a lot of shit to come with that. It ain't just like they give you a lot of money and you just got the money and you ain't gotta do nothing. You think you just gonna keep getting paid, they gonna keep getting you money, and you gotta earn that shit. That shit a job, it steps to that shit, you know?
So what would you say like the advantage to the having a label? Like if at the end of the day, you really, you know how you say you the key to this shit, like.
The advantage of having a label is they got the tools to push you and take you to another level. It's up to you, what I'm trying to say, what I said about that, they got the tools and shit to push you to another level, to take you places that, like say, studio, they got that. Motherfucker. They can get you contacts with people, you big motherfuckers you wanna do features with, you get what I'm saying? They got that, but it's up to you. Like I said, it's up to you to get that though, you know? It's all a game though, for sure it's a game.
So would you consider signing again?
One thing, yeah, for sure. But when I sign next time, I'm signing for what I want. You get what I'm saying? Cause it's like, I earned that shit. I feel like when I sign, I make sure I like what I signed for. I feel like it was worth it. I'm not saying like what I signed for wasn't worth it, but I'm just saying like put me in a position I'm comfortable and I can sit back. You feel what I'm saying? 16, yeah, I signed though again, but it just gotta be for what the fuck I want, bro.
So, you know, what went wrong with you on that label?
Ain't shit went wrong, really. It ain't shit went wrong. It's just like, to me, misunderstanding. Cause me, I'm me at the end of the day, and I'm not nobody else. That's all it was really, and it was like what I said at the end of the day. It was shit I could have did. I did, and I could have did more. You get what I'm saying? I could have pushed myself and did more, but at the end of the day, I did what I had to do. I don't feel like I did shit wrong. You get what I'm saying? I just feel like it's a misunderstanding. They ain't getting me, and that's all shit. That's how I look at it. You get what I'm saying?
So what you not completing the contract, did they like make you have to pay that money back, or they just let you go with it?
Man, let me go with that shit, cause it's just like, I put up a damn guy. Then they money back. I put up a lot of views. You get what I'm saying, G? Like most of them songs, I ain't even gonna talk about what happened, but they done got their shit back, so it wasn't really like no big issue. You get what I'm saying?
So I remember it was out there. You had like a lot of label meetings and shit like that.
Yeah,
How was that?
that shit was different. That shit was different. Like I had damn 3 different labels at one time. That shit was different. It's just, that shit was hitting me all at once, and I was young. I did what I felt was best for me. That's all, for sure.
What made Capital stick out of the other labels?
Capital sticked out cause like Capital was more on it, like one budge, and you get what I'm saying? They just think about it when I talk to you, think about it and hit us back up, that type, you get what I'm saying? And then when I finally talked to him, it was like, I felt like they was the best for me, you get what I'm saying? 16, I feel like they had the best. Like I just said, I feel like they was best for me. That's why I went with them. You get what I'm saying, bro?
So when you signed, you know, when a lot of people sign deals, one of the first things they say they're gonna do is like move out the city. But you end up staying in Chicago. Is there a reason why?
Well, no reason why. It wasn't no reason why. It was a reason, but I ain't gonna say the reason because it ain't like I couldn't do it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all. It was just personal shit. That's all that I ain't gonna speak on, but it ain't like I couldn't do it. You get what I'm saying? And it's like I can't still do it. You get what I'm saying?
So is that something you considering doing?
Yeah, for sure. It's something I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it.
What areas you been thinking about?
I was thinking about Cali at first, but I ain't going to Cali no more. I'm damn not thinking about some shit like Houston or something like that, man. Houston, you feel me?
I see you locked in with Billy. How did that come about?
Man, that shit was crazy. Me and Billy got locked in. I locked in with Billy because Billy, it was like on scrap day. It was on scrap day, 2020 on scrap day. Rook told him, man, you gotta shoot a little more video, man. This the one. He tell us that. He pull up, come shoot the video, man. He shoot the video that day, was epic as hell. I was high as hell, he shoot the video. The first day I beat Billy, he shoot my video. That's how I met him. And for sure then, from on that, it was just history, you know? We just did what we had to do. We was locked in.
So, you know, how was the first day? Like, did y'all click right away?
Nah, it wasn't no click right away, cause the first day was like, that motherfucker, like I said, it was busting. we shot the video. Billy got right up out of there because there was too much going on. So like when that video dropped, the second video, he's like, come on, let's shoot another one, man. Let's see what this one do. That motherfucker go up too. Then that's when we locked in, you feel me? After that, we locked in. After what I say.
So you know how you feel about the success of Ruger recently?
Shit, I would say he's doing his shit, and he keep doing what he gotta do for sure. At the end of the day, for deserve everything he got coming towards him. I'm a real ass nigga. I'm gonna let him know that at the end of the day. He doing this shit though, 16.
Can we expect y'all to drop any songs soon?
Honestly.
In the future sometime?
Honestly, I can't even answer your question, G.
You know, the last interview I asked you about Duck, and you know, do you plan on working with him? I think you had said, yeah. Did that ever come about?
Nah, that never came about, but I still the same shit. Like, if I had the chance, I would've worked with him, you know? Ain't shit changed.
So was it times that you ever ran into him and met him, shit like that?
Hell yeah, come on, man. Come on, Tree.
How would you describe him as a person?
Good, laughing, funny ass nigga. I ain't gonna lie, play a lot. He bring the party. He like my homie Dooski. He the party. He the life of the block. You feel me? That's how I describe him, for sure. I describe folks just like that. Rest in peace, folks. I describe him just like that. Though he was a good ass nigga.
Do you feel like the public kind of got like the wrong idea of what type of person he was? Or is it not the wrong idea, but just like only one side they say?
Oh, they say they got the wrong idea, because you can't never get no idea of no person that you don't know. You feel me? Oh, this shit be he say, she say. Motherfuckers don't really be knowing what's really going on, so, you know, that's how I look at it, G.
So do you yourself feel like you misunderstood to the public or people that don't really know you like that?
Yeah, what you say again?
Do you feel like you be misunderstood to like the public?
For sure, cause like, when motherfuckers think of me, they think of this badass little boy who got this big ass gun all the time, you feel me? Motherfuckers don't see what the shit I do off camera. Everything ain't for the camera, you feel me though? I don't let motherfuckers know what I do, you know? Even though all my guns my goof ass, even though all my videos got guns and shit in there, that don't mean like I'm that bad guy, you get me? But that's how they look at it at all of us. Like if we gang bang, shit, we look at that however they look at us. It ain't what it really is, you feel me?
So a lot of people, you feel like they probably think a lot of shit you be doing is just for fun, for the hell of it, not knowing like.
Yeah, they, for sure, a lot of people be thinking this shit a game, like they don't know what come behind this shit. It be blood, sweat, and tears. Real motherfuckers that's gone, like this shit come with time, being locked up, this shit come with scars, being shot, all type of shit, bro. This shit come with a lot of shit though. This shit just not no game. I don't wake up every day just to say I'm gonna wake up big and gang bang. You feel me? This some shit that I grew up in, and this is what I chose my life to be for, and I stick with that. This ain't like I just woke up yesterday and said this is what I'm gonna be. You get what I'm saying? For sure.
Do you feel like if you grew up somewhere else, it'll be different for you?
I can't even answer. I don't, damn, that's hard. It probably would. I can't even say though 16 for sure. I can't even say though, cause where I came from, I never thought I'd be where I'm at right now. I never think I'd be talking to you doing no motherfucking interview, G. You feel me?
So how you feel about like the war that's going on in the city, like between the BDs and GDs?
Well, I look at that shit like that's what been going on. That's what it is. But honestly, I don't get it to no shit don't got nothing to do with me or don't got nothing to do with my niggas or ones I love. You feel me? That shit don't got all that GD, BD shit. It been going on. Ain't nothing that me or you could do about it. So I don't pay attention to that shit. You feel me?
So is that something that you, even though you say you don't really pay attention, is that something that you want to end, or how do you like feel about it? Because you know some people they with the bullshit, and some people they just end it.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. Keep it honest. Keep it real. Can't say, I'm not finna lie and say I want no war to end, cause I don't want no motherfucker say, let me rephrase that. That's what I say. I don't want nobody to say, I don't want to say I want a war to end, cause I don't want nobody to tell me that our war need to end, cause there's a lot of motherfuckers been lost behind this shit. I can't say what's the reason, what they warring for, so that ain't up to me to say so, you feel me?
So you know, how is it dealing with losses? Like I seen a video with King Yella, I think that's one of his friends died, and he was crying on live, shit like that. Like is there ever times when you have moments like that?
It been times that shit hit me always, I cry, but it ain't no time I'm crying on no live, cause that, like I say, ain't nothing I do is for no camera. Only thing for the camera is when I drop music and get my money and get paid, but for sure, it been times like I got loved ones, close people around me who died, and it hit hard. For sure, that shit, it ain't never easy when a motherfucker die, you feel me, that you know or you love, care for, you feel me?
That's the Crapper songs had went crazy. Did you expect that to do what it do? I mean, do what it did back then?
What song?
Scrappers.
For sure, I knew that song was gonna do that. That motherfucker was just too in the making. That bitch was like, that bitch was too raw. I knew it was gonna do that. We back and forth. And that was a whole different me. I ain't gonna lie. That was me. That was something different. That was something different. So I knew that shit was gonna do that. For sure, I knew Scrappers was gonna do that. That wasn't even no surprise.
So, you know, how does the fame feel? You know, with you coming from being like, you know, a young shorty, not rapping, shit like that, then you just on the scene.
That shit love, for sure. I love all my friends, I love all that shit. But keep it real, it ain't about the fame to me though. Cause I really don't care about the fame, I just care about making it. That's my whole point of this shit. I ain't coming in shit for no fame, you feel me, 16? But I appreciate all that shit, all my fans, for sure.
So, you know, when it first hit, was it easy for you to deal with it and manage it?
Nah, it wasn't though, cause this motherfucker walking up on me. I'm like, hold on, you know, I had to get used to that shit, get the hang of that shit at first, but now I'm used to that shit. I know how that shit is, you feel me? And it ain't nothing new now.
What was like one of the craziest moments when somebody you ain't know probably walked up to you, approached you?
Shit. Damn. gonna keep it real. It wasn't no crazy moments. If you trying to say like something happened, it was always like they walking up on me. I don't know what. I'm trying to see who they is, and then they tell me they fans. It wasn't no shit like motherfucker ever played with me or anything. You get what I'm saying? So I wasn't. It wasn't never nothing like that though. 16.
So you were never like seen a fan that overreacted and then found out there's a fan, and they're like, oh no, you good?
Oh yeah, it's always time. It was times like that for sure. Like it was. Let me see when the times like that. I was downtown. I was downtown. I was downtown when I brought my Louis bag. I forgot that shit was like 2021 when I brought my Louis bag. When I brought my Louis bag, it was some bitches though. They was coming in there, but they was coming in there with their phones and they hand recording me. But I didn't know what the fuck was going on. You get what I'm saying? I'm in that bitch. I walk out now. I walk out. I was with Bobo. I walk out. They tell me, they was like, we fans. I'm thinking though, I'm alright now, y'all good. But at the whole point of me walking out, I don't know what nobody on walking up recording me. I don't know if they on the phone with nobody or none of that. I don't play that shit because it's too much going on at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? But other than that little shit, it was some females. It wasn't no big shit, never happened, nothing like that though. No overreacted that. It's always like, what's up, you Lil Moe? I'm a fan. All right, let me take a picture. They go about their way just like that. Little shit.
Is there any artists you want to work with in the industry? And if so,
who? Yeah. It's a young boy, young boy. That's who I want to work with, I ain't gonna lie. And shit, that's it. But it ain't nobody. And the only reason I want to work with young boy, because I've been like fucking with him since he first came out. And I feel like if folks give me that energy that how I be coming, that's the only reason. I can't be just listening to your shit and you ain't even, you know, I feel like you ain't doing what you really ain't doing what you rapping about. I can't fuck with you like that, gang. I just feel like he give me that same energy, how I came up on mine from the struggle. That's why I fuck with him like that. Man, I've been watching him. That's the only thing though. That's the only shit. That's the only person I do some shit with who I can think of right now.
So you know, after King Von died, I noticed like a lot of people start like, you know, reaching out trying to rock with each other. But you saying it was different with you, basically. You been rocking with us, so that wasn't the reason.
Yeah, that's different. That's basically what I'm saying. Like it wasn't no cause of that shit happened. It was just I been fucking with him and it's off what I just said. I feel like he coming the same way and he came up the same way. And when I came up that struggle, you feel me? I feel like he give me the same energy. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. It ain't wasn't no cause of no King Von, none of that. That shit happened. That's all I can say.
I seen people compare you to NBA YoungBoy. Like, you be seeing that? Like in the comments?
Yeah, I be saying that a lot. They be saying that shit when I'm on live on my motherfucker, on my songs or in the comments. They be saying that shit. I be saying that shit too, for sure.
You ever got into it? Anybody from the end? Probably talking about doing some music and things like that.
Honestly, I got in tune with them. I got in tune with a couple more. Yeah, I got in tune with that end before, but you know.
You don't really want to speak on
You know, I ain't really finna speak on that type of shit. But I did get in touch with that, and I talked to him before, for sure.
So can you see yourself switching up and going industry?
Yeah, I do though. 'Cause at first I didn't, but yeah. Wait, what you say? Hold on. What you say?
No, I'm saying, could you see yourself switching it up and going industry? Or like on some mainstream type shit?
Oh yeah, go ahead, record on ready.
Could you see yourself going industry? Like switching up your whole style or something?
Yeah, for sure. That's the key, though. It's always the key to find. Cause I'm young. I'm just trying to find new shit. I always play with shit, experiments. You know, that's the key. To switch up my shit. I'm gonna do that for sure. It's just time gonna tell. You know.
So what about, would you consider doing something like acting in movies or something like Power or some shit like that?
Hell yeah, I act in some TV shows, some shit like that. I will if they come at me, you know, or if I get the chance, for sure I will.
Yeah, I had seen you did like a little skit like robbing somebody or something.
Hell yeah, that shit was funny as hell. That shit went up. It went up. I was just playing around with that little shit, and that shit was funny. They told me I need to keep doing that shit, but I was just playing with that shit, you know.
I had noticed in some like your last videos, your arms like in the sling. I see it ain't out. Like you speak on like what happened with your arm.
Honestly, it was a little scar shit, and my shit was fucked up for a minute. Put it like that, but I'm back now. You know.
So you know, moving through the city, like what's things you do to stay safe?
Shit, move the same way. Be prepared. Don't get in shit. Don't got nothing to do with me. I stay out the way and I go to A and B. So what I mean by that, I go to shit that matter. I go outside when I gotta do shit, like shit that gotta be done, and back to the crib at A and B. That's what I mean by that. You feel me? That's the shit I be doing. That's what I do everywhere though, to stay safe shit, and not even just Chicago.
So what's the best advice you would say somebody gave you?
To rap. Shit, that was the best advice somebody ever gave me. That it was a lot of advice that people gave me, good advice. I ain't saying that it's the only one, but rap was the best one to me, cause that, you know, what came out of that shit. You feel me?
So you know, with you not being signed to the label anymore, is there any support you get from music, or you do everything on your own?
I do the shit. Yeah, I still got my manager for. I don't do shit on my own though. I get help, but mainly I do this shit on my own when it comes down to it. You get what I'm saying?
So what's your recording process like? You know, I know now you've been rapping a little longer. You probably got a whole different process. Like, do you write, you freestyle? How you come in a booth?
I've been freestyling since day one, and I still freestyle.
Yeah.
You know, I might be at the crib and tap some shit down that I make sure I don't forget when I get in the studio. I look at it, then say it, then keep freestyling, but I be freestyling.
What would you say like your favorite song you made to this day?
One of mine.
The first interview we did, I was reading the comments, and I noticed everybody, well not everybody, but a lot of people kept on saying like, why you ain't asking about his parents, why you ain't asking about his parents? And I want to ask you like, you know, how do your parents feel about like the lifestyle, you know, that you grew up in?
Honestly, my mama deceased, she been deceased for 2 years now. And my pops, My pops, this ain't nothing new to him. My pops, it's just like a recycle, I'm gonna say, if you get what I mean. My pops he ain't no angel. So my pops get where I come from, and he understand me more than my mama would understand me, because like my mama couldn't really understand me. She had a stroke in 2010 and been in the hospital since 2010 to 2020 when she passed away. So like when I was going to see my mama knew who I was, but it's like she couldn't talk to me because she had a stroke. So that shit was like fucking me up when she passed away. That shit took a toll on me, but one thing that shit did made me keep going too at the same time. She made me keep going. But that's my parents, my daddy, and my mama. I know she with me, but if she was still here though, she'd be with whatever I'm on, cause that's my mom. And my daddy, he on whatever I'm on. I call him right now, he gonna be on whatever I'm on, for sure.
What do you think about the music and shit?
My daddy love my music. He got, what's that song called? He got, I don't know. He got, I don't know, on this motherfucker ringtone. That nigga 62 years old. I don't fuck with him.
Can we expect to see you and like Lil J do a feature or anything in the future?
Hell no. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't doing no shit. I ain't got nothing personal against him, but I ain't doing nothing with him. You feel me?
Did you ever have like a relationship with him before he went to jail?
I ain't never know Lil J before he went to jail. Like, when Lil J was out here, I was short, I was young as hell, and I ain't never had no relationship with no Lil J. Mainly when I was coming up, I was on the outside, you feel me?
So you know, like as a shorty, was it like always a what for you type shit, or was it a period of time when you was younger and like you ain't really had no ops type shit?
Yeah, when I was like to 1 to like 8, then to 9 too, but 9 was like when I jumped out and we was already in this shit, but when I got like 12, it ain't take that long. When I got 12, it was that already, you know?
Yeah. So did you really know, what the fuck was going on when you was out there? Or was you just like,
I knew what was going on, but I ain't know everything I thought I knew, if you get what I'm saying. That it's shit I know that now that I think I was doing wrong before, that I ain't see nothing wrong when I was doing it at the time, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what was things that, open your eyes up type shit? Was the shit you went through or?
Yeah, it's shit I went through. Jail, losing my mama, I lost my sister, I lost Deucey, my homie, I lost Senio, shit, it's a lot of shit. I lost a lot of people, and I'm young. I went through a lot of shit though. I still don't understand that shit, but I get it. I gotta be a man at the age I am already, cause I started this shit young. I gotta be a man and step up and take care of myself at the end of the day, you feel me?
So what would you say like some of your long-term goals are?
My goal is to, like I said, I always say, my goal is to get rich, or get so rich so I ain't gotta do this shit no more. I wanna be signing motherfuckers, you feel me? I want my own record label, I want my own building around this bitch. If you get what I'm saying, that's what my goal is though. I'm trying to do some shit that ain't nobody do where I came from. I'm trying to go deeper than just rapping, you feel me? And I know I gotta do more than just saying it too, for sure.
One thing I noticed is you ain't really dropped in a minute. Was there a reason behind that?
There was no reason, it's just I was making my album, I got that bitch done, and I got videos that's finna drop now cause my album already done, and I was getting some shit sorted with my businesses, so it wasn't nothing major, but now I'm finna drop them bitches back to back. I ain't dropping a minute, so I gotta come with them bitches back to back. It wasn't shit though, G. There's no pressure, G.
Do people ever get you confused and think you like you Stone because of your name, Lil Moe?
Yeah, for sure they do. Like only on the comments, not motherfuckers who know me. You get what I'm saying? Like my fans and shit, they be getting me confused and shit cause of my name, Lil Moe. They don't, but motherfuckers who know me, they know.
What's things that you would want to do for the community if you had a chance to, you know, change some things in your neighborhood?
If I get the chance, what I do, and what I'm gonna do, you feel me? I get a gym. I buy a gym, an open gym, free gym, and I'm gonna open a school right on my block. That's what I do, you get what I'm saying? Cause it's just like times that I couldn't even go to school. I had to motherfucker walk to school, and I went times I ain't even wanna walk to school. You feel me? I do that though, G. I open a school and I get a gym. I open a gym. That's what I do to get back to my community.
So, you know, how was it for you going back and forth to school? Was it dangerous for you walking to school?
Yeah, like hell yeah. Shit was nice. I was going to school on the block. So it was like, if you get what I'm saying, if I was going to school on the block, that shit wasn't even that long. I was going to school. That was the last school I went to, so if you get what I'm saying, yeah.
So, you know, how was your experience while you was in school? Was it something you liked?
Hell no. I ain't like school. Keep it honest, I ain't learning what I know right now at school. I learned what I know in jail. You get what I'm saying? Like, I ain't know how to, I'm gonna keep it real, I ain't know how to read, I ain't know how to write before I went to jail. I ain't know how to write. I know how to write, but I ain't know how to, you know, I ain't know how to read, so shit, you get what I'm saying? I'm used to putting, when I went to jail, I learned all that shit, so I ain't really like school. It wasn't like I couldn't learn that shit, it was just, I didn't like school at all.
How was your experience in jail like for you?
That shit was different. That shit opened my eyes and showed like who was there for me for real, and that shit showed me how man up. Cause like I ain't got nobody. You ain't got nobody when you in jail. You by yourself, and it's gonna be motherfuckers. You out here with this shit. It's gonna be motherfuckers that's in there that's gonna try you, that don't even know you, and it's gonna be motherfuckers gonna in there that's on your west who you out there, you know. But that jail shit that shit showed me a lot. That shit showed me how to move, how to carry myself, and that shit showed me who the fuck really with me, and who in my corner.
What exactly did you get locked up for?
Honestly, stop it real quick.
So how did the death of Senio affect you? I noticed like you kind of went silent after that. And then I seen he was sitting beside you in the first interview we did.
That shit affect me. that shit affect me for sure. That shit hit me hard, cause that just ain't just like my homie, that's just like a brother to me, you feel me? That shit hit me, cause it's like, even though everybody gotta leave, you know, I ain't expecting that shit to happen that quick, you feel me? That shit hit me hard, cause like, he got a son, he ain't even see, and he got kids that he already had. That shit hit me, like, that shit make me feel like I gotta take up for them type of responsibilities right there, cause that's my brother. Even though I'm not obligated to do nothing for, but I just feel like, cause that's me, I gotta do shit like that. But that shit hit me hard for sure.
I noticed like a lot of rappers, they getting arrested for RICOs and shit, and they it look like they just taking people who like how they regularly live together. And they be like, all right, it's a gang, or whatever neighborhood they grew up in, say it's a gang, and locking them all up. Do you ever be worried like that they might try that, like with your in Chicago type shit?
I be aware, but I don't be worried because I don't do nothing. I'm just a rapper. So it ain't nothing for me to worry about. This is what I make money off to. I make money for my lyrics. So they can't use that against me.
I see they be trying to, but I think the way they do it is like, say if a motherfucker already a suspect for shooting somebody,
right.
Then they said they shot that nigga. They could use that,
But that's what I'm saying. Niggas be really saying shit they did.
Yeah.
What I be rapping about shit that like entertainment, G, you feel me? This shit nothing. This shit never happened. This shit fiction. You get what I'm saying? But even though it's fiction, it's good music, I still get paid off it, so I can do what I want.
So who do you feel like the greatest rapper of all time?
Shit.
What is your favorite rapper? Kind of young to be saying all time.
My favorite rapper, no cap. My favorite rapper is no doubt. My favorite rapper is Young Boy.
I remember in our past interview, you were saying like you rocked with Shiesty and shit like that. Is that still the case?
Nah, it ain't no case. I don't fuck with it. I don't be listening to him. I ain't gonna lie. I fucked it with him though. I ain't even gonna cap. I fucked it with his music. I fucked it with how he coming, but I don't even be bumping him no more. G, that shit.
What about
wasn't done.
What about you up on Sleazy World Go?
Yeah.
Fuck with that shit?
Yeah, he go crazy hard.
Yeah, I be seeing in his pictures he be throwing up GD and shit. Like you feel like y'all probably could end up doing a song one day. The situation, right?
For sure. Hell yeah. Ain't no probably, I know it can happen, cause you know, I'm just like, I know it can happen, for sure, you know.
So you got any projects you releasing, mixtapes, albums, shit like that?
Yeah, I'm finna release my album. That's what I've been doing. I got like 16 songs on that bitch. I mean, I'm talking about 16, I got like 17 songs on that bitch. Cause I was finna, that's why I've been I ain't dropping a minute. I've been listening to them bitches, making sure them bitches thorough. I got a lot of them bitches, I gotta fix a couple, I gotta fix some little other shit, then that bitch gonna be ready to drop.
You got any features on that, or is it all you?
It's all me. I ain't got no features on that. No features. I ain't got no features on that. I ain't gonna lie.
So I know with the Draco feature, you say y'all never really got to set it up and put it out. Like, is that something that could possibly happen in the future, or is it like over with?
Honestly, it ain't nothing that I'm gonna take upon myself and do. I would have rather did with him. You get what I'm saying? So as him being gone, that's my man, and I'ma just let that be. I just know he fucked it with me, and I ain't even gonna push the issue, because I'd rather do that shit with him. You get me?
Before we close out, is there anything else you want to get off your chest, a message, and shout outs?
Hell yeah, shout out Scrap Gang, SG, and fuck everybody. That's it.
Let everybody know how to get it with you on social media.
Lil Moe 6 block. Hold on. What the fuck my Instagram SG?
Would you change it or something?
I was finna get on my Gmail. Lil Moe 6 blocker. At my Instagram, Lil Moe 6 blocker, and my Facebook, Scrap Gang Lil Moe.
What's up? Let everybody know who got it with you for the interview.
16, shout out my boy.
What's up? Keep going crazy.